Hello, welcome to another episode of Clues, Cues and Reviews, and today we're reviewing One Piece episode or chapter 813. So, before getting into it, I really do enjoy reading my mangas and reviewing them. So, what I will be doing is posting them on YouTube, Twitter, and Reddit. So if any of the viewers do come across this in either area, please vote, like, comment, and subscribe, and definitely leave that comment so I can get involved in the conversation. I really enjoy sharing my thoughts and having that conversation and bouncing off people in these reviews. So if there is something you enjoy, don't enjoy, or you agree or disagree with, please leave them in the comments wherever it might be. If it's on Reddit, vote and leave a comment. If it's my video, leave it in the comments below. And of course, if it's something you enjoy or it's something that you can understand the path I'm going down, the conversations I'm having, the way I'm structuring my reviews, please by all means subscribe so you see more from me. Thank you. So moving straight into the chapter now that we've got that out of the way. Chapter 813 called Invitation to a Tea Party. Brilliant opening cover page, which is Laboon on the cover page, and it's a continuation of the whole 500 million belly man arc, where everyone's finding out about the actual revelation of the bounties. And what I liked about it is Twin Cape, Laboon having a whale of a time. So I love the pun. So in a nutshell, it's a relatively simple chapter. What this chapter really covers is a continuation of that conversation. We're still in the flashback to find out what happened with Sanji, but there's some interesting points to bear in mind. So it says groom Vinsmoke family, third son Sanji, bride Charlotte family, 35th daughter Pudding. Now with translations, as always, you take it with a grain of salt. I am gonna wait till the Monday translation to really know for sure for myself. I'm gonna do a review based on Manga Stream's translation, which normally isn't too bad. So it's one of those conversations that we find out a few things. So Sanji's like, why the hell are you finding out now? And that we're talking about this now. And Capone basically is like I know what's going on. Now, an interesting point to bear in mind is to do with Brook. So he's a bit taken back by the idea that he's a Vinsmoke. He goes, it's a name that really sends a chill down my spine. But wait, it can't be, can it? So this affects Brook. Brook is meant to be from the North Blue. So I'll touch on that in a second, but I just wanted to point that out specifically. That he mentioned that, and you can see that there's a bit of burn. It says burn, and he goes, "What the hell?" And it's obviously to do with his leg, I guess. And he goes, "Do you intend to burn my castle as well?" So obviously the reaction is, it's like, "What, you're getting married?" And he's like, this Sanji now is quite shaded, and he says, "Who the hell told him they could do something like this?" And then you get over the whole, the your relatives and you are from that family, and then the conversation is there must have been some really terrible parents, and then bring me some wine, and it's a flashback based on the conversation we had about Norland the liar, and he goes, "Oh yeah, this I read it when I was in the North Blue," and he mentions it, and they're like, "Oh, we thought he was from East Blue," but no, he actually grew up on East Blue, but he was originally from North Blue. And there's that flashback, and you can see Nami's thinking about it. But interesting point that Brook makes, he goes, "Think about it. One would have to cross the red line to go from the North Blue to the East Blue." So it's interesting the fact that they know that, and it's a very good point. Crossing the entire seas as a child would be something interesting. And then Caesar adds another point to this. So the point he makes is, basically, it's Big Mom's family. That would be, you'd be marrying Big Mom's daughter. And the point that comes from that really is, if he marries Big Mom's daughter, he's effectively under Big Mom, a Yonko, and you'd have to be subservient to them and work under them. But the retort that Sanji makes is beautiful. What this does is one of two things. A, it shows the vigor of Sanji, and B, shows the belief in his captain. And he basically says, me marrying a girl that I never met, he doesn't want to do that. So you can see that he didn't know about this. It's just something that his family has agreed. And this part really hit home for me. He goes, like the Straw Hat crew would go as low as going under your command. Our captain isn't someone who would just go under someone else's command. He's the man that will one day become the king of the pirates. So that hit home because it shows the belief he has in his captain, and it's true to his word where he would not go under any Yonkou. He wants to defeat all the Yonkous, including Shanks, but he wants to do Shanks last. And if those are forgotten, that it was something that was mentioned in Punk Hazard conversation between Law and Luffy, where he says he holds his fingers out and he basically says that he wants to take on everybody while picking his nose, because look, you can have Caesar, but I don't want to go. He basically says, and then the retort to this is basically, look, I think you're mistaken. I'm telling you, the invitation. Don't get it twisted. We're not taking your permission. We're taking you. You can't do anything. This is my domain. And he says, look, you don't might not feel it, but we're already making a move. And he captures everybody. So basically, the power. You could basically say that inside his body, what Beige says goes. And effectively said, because this is how it is in the new world. It's no mercy, because but I won't hurt them if you come with us. So it puts Sanji in a dilemma, but Sanji is such a strategic guy, and it really shows in this. So there's a lot of conversation, and you get people turning up. So one of the guys that turns up is a scary looking dude, in the sense where he's got a long ass tail, and he's got a long ass tongue that looks like a tail. He's got tattoos. And he's called Wit, and he's the consultant. He's called consultant, for the strange gun, which is interesting, because is he a consultant because he's originally from Big Mom's family, or is he representing another family himself? So you can see that he's kind of saying, look, he's got his gun cocked, and he goes, this is how we do things. Just be a good boy and just get on with it. And then he talks about you'll be under one of the Yonkou. He goes, even if she wanted so, even God would come. You know what I mean? If he wanted him to be there. So you can't. He's kind of bigging up Big Mom now, and you got like a bit of a background with Big Mom there. So he says, give me a pen and paper. He makes a note, and then he makes his move. So effectively, what he does is he goes, trust me, hide this piece of paper, and believe in what I'm saying. Next thing you know, he throws Brook, Chopper, and Nami out. This is why they've got away, and this is the only reason they've got away, because Sanji acted fast, the smart dude that he is, and he basically took advantage of the situation. Everyone falling out basically survived because of this. So because he's a genius, he knew what he was doing. So he used that situation to his advantage, because not only did he kick them out, he also put a gun to Caesar's head. So you need this guy. I'll blow this guy's brains out if you harm my friends. So he put them in a situation. So he turned the situation upside down. So he's gone from a weak point in this negotiation to a strong point. And he made an interesting point. He says this whole thing with me being only alive, which basically means someone really important is backing him. Someone wants him alive. So if he died, it would piss somebody off. And he knows that. And he goes, the only person that made the wanted posted like that is the same person that set this whole marriage up. So someone important's done this whole thing. So the reaction is, we've got to get everybody. He goes, because you can do what you want. I'll go to your tea party, but leave my friends alone. So the funny thing is, even Capone Bedge gets stopped. Now this part for me was epic as hell. We get to see Nico Mamushi stand up. He's been battered. Remember, he lost an arm in this, and he's back up. And he goes, so who might you be, and why is Peckham's hurt? So in that situation, a guy as powerful as Neko Mamushi getting up and confronting Bedge puts Bedge in a bad position, regardless of his techniques, regardless of what is going on. If a guy that high up in the minx steps in, you're in trouble. That's pretty much it. Because you can say what you want about Jack. You can say what you want about Jack. He's a powerful dude. He's a scary dude. He's a monster. But these people, Nekamamushi and Inoarashi, went toe-to-toe with him 5 days. So even you can say how crazy Jack is for that feat. they're fucking powerful as well. They couldn't defeat him, but he couldn't defeat them either. So that shows you on a power scale, they're really up there. So because of this, he had to run. Page had to run, and when he left the message, Sanji now, he basically says, say hi to Luffy for me. So it's kind of a situation where they thought this is why they're not going to see him again. Now, the message basically says, to you bastards, gonna meet some girl, but I'll be back. And they basically said, I have the feeling that we won't be seeing him again. So that's your chapter. Now let's debunk some theories. There's a theory that is out there that is related to Gorosei, or Tenryubito, whichever you want to call it, celestial dragons. This is quite possible because of a few different things. Now we know that Brook, when he was alive, was some type of guardian of some kind. Someone mentioned it as well. Anime Fan Talk has mentioned this, so big ups to him for mentioning this, because he sometimes can get these theories quite close on. Another thing that was interestingly mentioned was the idea that Sanji had two brothers and they were pirates, one of them being Bellamy and one of them being Killer. Let's debunk that for you. So the problem I have with that theory is a pretty simple one from the Bellamy side of it. Bellamy the hyena has a wanted poster with his face on for a very long time. Even though he's from the North Blue, there would have been a difference in the reaction should he be from the same line. Because the only time a picture was shown of Sanji was recently, and that's when something changed, and he's the third son. So for me, if I was a father and all my children would be important to me, my first, my second and my third son would be important to me, I would have made a move when Bellamy's picture would have been shown, not just when Sanji being the third child. So if Bellamy's meant to be older than Sanji, then I would honestly see that a move would be made for Bellamy's head as well, not just for Sanji's. Now you can say that, oh, it's not really been clarified, because I'm pretty sure there's some pictures out there that basically have Bellamy as wanted dead or alive. He was a super rookie, you could say that. He wasn't an official super rookie because he only got to 55 million, but there is that point. He is from North Blue, he could be related, but I don't think he's directly related to the Vince Smoke family. He might be a branch family, but not the main family. Now, Killer is a different story. Killer has never been shown, so his true face hasn't been revealed. Now at the same time, there hasn't been any direct communication or interaction between Sanji and Killer, so this can kind of reiterate and reinforce if they ever do meet. Now here's my theory to add to it. I do believe he's got two brothers out there. I do believe potentially they are pirates. I don't think it's Bellamy, but it could be Killer. Now here's why. He hasn't been shown. Okay? The day he does get shown could easily be the day another bounty poster comes out. Because from my point of view, what I think the Vince Smoke family is realistically doing is one of two things. A, to keep on the lineage in the sense that they want to keep the family going. So he has a child, it moves on. And secondly, indirectly protecting Sanji in the sense that if he's under a young cow, he's related to a young cow, a big mom in this case, that he would be protected with that name, similar to how Whitebeard had his children and there were people not to be messed with by other pirates. It's the same kind of principle that you could apply to Sanji should he have got married to the daughter. Now who the daughter is, we don't know. People are talking about the three-eyed girl, but the idea is it a situation where she has 35 daughters and that's why she's called Big Mom? Or is this the 35th generation of the Charlotte family and it's just the one daughter? It hasn't been clarified. It is something that will have to be revealed in time. So I honestly think that his brothers will be revealed at some times. I don't think it's Bellamy. It could be, one of them could be Killer. The third one, I don't know who it is. So if at some point we see that because of the fight with Kaido, Killer gets wrecked and his face is revealed and someone takes a picture and his poster gets updated, possibly we'll find out if that proves or disproves the idea that that's his brother. If it doesn't happen, we will never know, but we will find out at some point. One thing I will definitely say without a shadow of a doubt, I am loving the Year of Sanji. I'm sure a lot of you are as well. Give your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment and subscribe. That's all for me today, guys. Peace.